It's week 2 of the NFL, where we're...
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll throw with May. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Finding room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. James. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They run it with James. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. They go bootleg. Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. Says to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and not have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's May. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
In motion is Phillips. To throw, it's May. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they deliver there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing here is May. Flush to his right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first 10.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Drake May, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete, and there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Here's Love. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw, May. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That is caught. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 6.
To the air, May. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. 42 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's James. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle in the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Love from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Love. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Calling a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this is going to be incomplete. And now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Firing quickly out wide is Love. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Love now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing. Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Love looking to throw it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordan Love, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they'll they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll throw with May. He finds his man complete. That's Morrison. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the shotgun, it's May. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw now, here's Love. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Love. Flushed out right. 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Throw left side, complete. That's Washington. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Love. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's May. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 7.
Brings us 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. In motion is Phillips. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
To throw, it's May. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Love over the middle and complete to Wilson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the ground, it's James. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing here is May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Tampa. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter play. And he rifles one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point by Butker on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Love back to it here after the pick 6. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
In motion is Phillips. Looking to throw. May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And they go play action with May.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
To the air, May.
Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
2nd and 6, just inside of the 30.
Love.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Now Love.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Going back to Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Love looking to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing. Love. That is caught.
Oh, and now some space to operate.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Love now.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
So they get the... A big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Morrison.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So now the Cowboys down by 2 touchdowns, 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Here's Love.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
2nd and 11 now.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Morrison.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.